The glass, of course, and Glynis?
Do you know, funny enough, I'd go for sandals. I like having my feet open and, you know,
Airy
available
and
airy.
Well, actually, Glynis, I'm glad we're talking to you about being light and airy, because a lot of us want to feel lighter and airy come the summertime. And see what I did? A seamless segue. They're seamless.
Fantastic.
And a great way to do that is with Glynis, her In-Sync diet book and her yoga DVD. 401217 is the item number. £18 and £50 is your price, and you are getting both the yoga DVD in there and the In-Sync diet. The first question I want to ask is, in fact, I want to say that your diet book has gotten a lot of coverage in the press. It's been really successful since you launched it last year. A lot of people talking about it, aren't they?
Yes, we were... I just want to say I wrote it with a nutritionist, Fleur Borelli. Yeah. And, you know, neither of us had brought out a book before, and, you know, we didn't know the reception, and we were completely overwhelmed. We went on... We were on TV, on radio, newspapers, magazines. We did a ton of publicity and got so much that it actually went to #1 in category on Amazon on the day of launch.
Oh, wow.
Because it was already, you know, in the top 10 before we even launched. We were getting so much publicity.
So how and why did you end up writing this with Fleur?
Well, I've always been interested in health and nutrition.
Yeah.
And I met Fleur about 4 years ago when I actually went to consult with her as a nutritionist for a completely unrelated matter. And, you know, I considered myself a very, very healthy eater. You know, I did what a lot of people were doing. I was on, like, a low-fat, whole-grain diet. I ate little and often. I sipped my water through the day. I exercised, thought I knew it all. And she basically turned everything I thought I knew on its head.
Oh, wow.
And I was so sceptical to begin with, because I hadn't heard anything like this before. But I have to say, since then, a lot of the information that she's given me and that she got me to change is now coming out in the press. So it's all based on the latest research and information.
So why is it called the In-Sync diet?
Well, because we are all mostly out of sync. Because basically...
Because of our lives, Glynis, the way we live our lives.
Well, exactly, yeah. And because of our genes. Because Fleur is a psychoneuroimmunologist.
Wow.
Which means that it's a very science-based branch of nutrition, and they look at things from an evolutionary viewpoint. So basically, our genes are very similar to how they were 50,000 years ago. But obviously, in that time, our lifestyles have changed incredibly, and our lifestyles are making us fat. Yeah. Because we have food available all the time, we have fridges, we have water, we have drinks, we have tea, we have coffee. So we're just grazing and drinking all the time.
Well, Glynis and I had the most fascinating conversation before the show, didn't we?
Yeah.
I mean, we work shifts here, so maybe you don't, but I think that what I really understood from Glynis is actually we're all out of sync on one way or another. But actually, the sort of principles of this, the book is really straightforward. It's not fancy pictures and complicated recipes. It's really straightforward, and it looks like it's something you can pick up and you can literally digest really easily.
Yes, you can.
Nice and digest. I saw what you did there. Yes, very good.
And basically what we did is when I met Fleur, she put me on this regime, and I sort of went into it very reluctantly. But I began getting the most incredible results. And it wasn't just about losing a little bit of weight. I mean, I didn't, like, have a huge amount of weight to lose, but it was about my body composition. I started gain, you know, lovely lean muscle and getting definition. And the thing that completely amazed me is that my energy levels went through the roof, and I felt like a different person. And I now eat the In-Sync way. I've been doing it for 4 years, and it's completely transformed my life. I mean, if I look at the last 4 years and everything I've done, it's
now,
insane.
We get the yoga DVD included with it because the two go hand in hand, diet and exercise, right?
Do you know, they complement each other perfectly, because exercise is very much a part of this regime.
If I can't do yoga, am I going to be able to do this?
Absolutely.
Or if I think I can?
This is for everybody on every level. We even have a chapter on yoga in the book. Exercise is important, and I've done yoga for like 25 years, probably 30 years now, and to me, it's the king of exercise. You know, it strengthens you, it tones you, flexibility, and it's in lots of segments. There's a segment for the spine, there's a yoga flow, which is 30 minutes, but in 10-minute segments. And we don't ask you to do a lot of exercise, you know, 10 minutes. And we also ask you, and this is unusual, we ask you to exercise, move before you eat.
Now, I read that you were saying about perhaps skipping breakfast because you're kind of mini fasting, as it were. Now, that's anathema to me because my most important meal for me in the day is my breakfast. I go to bed at night going, I can't wait to get up and have my breakfast.
Whereas I start the day with a coffee, which I know I shouldn't do, but just to get me started. And then I've got a really terrible sweet tooth.
Me too.
Which I would love to get under control. Is this the kind of thing that's going to help?
Yes, it is, because there's no calorie counting in this. There is no food weighing. This is easy. It's all normal foods. You can eat out. It's not difficult. It's easy. It's very, very achievable. But we tell you when to eat. So it's not just about what you eat. It's eating the right foods. It's when you eat, how you drink water. We have a whole chapter on drinking water. Yeah.
Because a lot of people thinking sipping right throughout the day keeps you hydrated, but you've turned even that on its head.
But do you know, even though you might be drinking overall a lot of water, if you're just drinking little sips through the day, your cells aren't getting sated. So, unbelievably, you can still become dehydrated. Wow. And when you're dehydrated, your cells go into survival mode and they start storing fat. So how you drink water can make you fat.
Don't you think that this is fascinating? This whole, it's changing everything you think, isn't it?
And it's so easy, you know. It's not. And I was just thinking myself last night in the gym, and I'm looking, saying I'm going to stay till I get to 400 calories. Do you know, rather than changing how I think and just eating differently in a different way and not being so calorie obsessed.
Well, I guess that's the way we've been trained. We've been trained to count calories, haven't we?
I have to say, I almost psychologically would... I'll be honest, I'd almost be afraid in my mind, if that's not too strong a word, of going to exercise without breakfast. But it will make a difference the way you've explained it in the book.
I was afraid. Yeah. I mean, when Fleur said to me, I want you to exercise without having breakfast, I was outraged. I was completely outraged. I said, right, I have the ambulance standing by because I'm clearly going to pass out. But you adapt so quickly. Now, I love working out without eating. I just prefer it.
Well, as we said, there's been some great press for this. There's been Sainsbury's Magazine. Good Housekeeping as well have written all about it. Look how fabulous Glynis looks there. It is the anti-aging way to kind of diet and do yoga as well. 401217 is the item number. Just £18.50 is your price. You've got 30 days to try it for yourself. If you've tried other, perhaps, exercise programs or diet programs and they haven't quite worked for you, just turn everything you think you know on its head with this and try that, because if Glynis is anything to go by, I mean, you're a wonderful advocate for what this can do for you. So do try it for yourself, as we said, 401217. Now, well, actually, it's funny, we've all been chatting about that because we've got all different needs and requirements. I'd go for firm because I like that support. Glynis, you like a nice, flat, soft fillet, don't you?
Soft, flat, so it's mouldable into the shape I want under my cheek.
Claire, down on the right of your screen, yes. Yeah.
Glynis, so you do you always sort of gravitate towards a particular colour, or do you chop and change?
No, I'm quite adventurous, actually. So, yes, I could...
We're getting a real insight to you
today. I like them dark, I like them light. I mean, I'm very neutral today, but I'm very partial to that pale blue over there. I'm really liking the look of that.
That'd be great
love
for the
that,
summer,
especially in the summer. Yes, I love that.
Fabulous with sandals, great in your toes as well.
Yeah,
really lovely.
Absolutely gorgeous. Want that?
Do you
and I like the look of that little bling one.
That one?
No, the one on...
well, that comes in my collection, so you'll get that one.
It's really good.
Anything else?
Can I ask a man question?
Nails with your outfits, or do you wear something that's contrasting, or do you just tend to wear the same colour for a few days, regardless of what you're wearing? I don't know how you guys do it.
I don't. I'll wear my nail polish, and then whatever I wear goes with it.
Right.
My nails do the talking.
If it was a special event and I had a special dress, I'd want to really stay like a red dress, red nails. But otherwise, I'm lazy and I just go neutral because it lasts.
And does it make you feel special when you've got that real colour on?
If you've got a real event, then you want to sort of match it to that dress. But otherwise, you just put it on, and it's just there.
Just make it work for you. Well, you've got all. It feels like you.